you'd like to win every game, but I told you after the last game that it didn't go so well. We weren't going to dwell on that. That overall it was a good weekend, and we were happy about the way our kids performed, and mainly the level of energy and passion that they played with. And we beat a good Southern Miss team. And on Friday night, I thought was as good a college game as you're going to see. Just pitching, timely hitting, timely defense. It was just a great college game. That we beat a very good arm. And on that given day, Mitch Kloskowski and Nick Gromfield for us outpitched Todd McInnes a little bit. That's hard to do because he's very, very talented. 5 consecutive series wins. I don't know what I'd attribute that to. Hopefully we're continuing to improve a little bit. One area where I just sense an improvement is that our kids expect to win and to play well, and that is significant because I felt of all the barriers for us that we needed to climb over these years, one of them was a pretty powerful mental barrier that we just haven't expected to win, and I think our kids do expect to win now, and so that's encouraging. Every weekend's hard. This weekend on the road at UCF is hard. I just pick the name of the opponent, so it's not going to be an easy thing to do, but we'll that old cliche, play it a game at a time. We're trying to play it a pitch at a time, and not even look at weekends as a series to win, but to try to play well this inning, and that's a mental barrier too, to be able to focus at that level. So that's our emphasis. As cliche as it sounds, but it's reality for us. The midweek games are fun too. We play our in-state people basically on our midweek games. Jacksonville State's a good series. Troy's a good series. Sanford's a good series. Alabama's a good series, and they're all fun. It's fun to go out to Regents Park and play, and hopefully there'll be a nice turnout, for that event. Especially we hope our people turn out. It was neat. A couple years ago we had a good night, and we had a bigger crowd than Alabama had, and that was a neat thing to see. It was the night that Mitch got to pitch for us, pitched a complete game and win for us. A little more difficult this time around because we don't even have a Sunday game. We got 3 games bunched into 2 games at Central Florida, and just as for Alabama, their emphasis will be the upcoming weekend conference opponent. For us, our emphasis will be Central Florida, and we'll preserve pitching and make that the number one focus of the week. 5 games is a tax on your pitching. Obviously, it's also a tax mentally because it puts a lot of pressure on the kids from an academic standpoint. But it's part of being a college baseball player, so you learn to deal with it and to keep academics as your top priority. And it forces you to use your pitchers, which I like, because it forces you to use depth. And the kids that haven't pitched a lot and that have just been practicing and waiting their turn, well, here's their turn. And, it's going to happen several weeks in a row now. We have 1 next week, but after that it's Troy for 2. After that it's Sanford for 2, I believe. Jacksonville State for 2. So this is where your pitching depth comes into play if you're going to have a good season, and we need the kids to go. The primary concern for us now is we need Shea Crawford and Ryan Woolley to pitch well, and we believe they're going to pitch well. There's a lot of ability there, and a lot of heart, a lot of work ethic, and we'll be back after it. And really, one of the keys to us having a successful year are going to be number 5 and number 18 on the mound for us. We need them to give us a lot of good innings, and so that will be a key going down to Central Florida, who's outstanding. They had the top recruiting class of any team in our league last year, and they're starting 7 drafted players on a given day, and so that, it's a challenge to play at their park. But that's life in Conference USA. You go on the road every other week and play somebody very talented. And this week it's Orlando, and we're excited about that challenge, and believe our kids are up to that challenge. Coach Polk and I talk, we were trying to remember if we had ever had a player that hit 2 home runs in 3 consecutive games, and nothing came to mind. It's a very, very unusual streak. So, yeah, there was a stretch obviously early where, you know, Luke was off balance and swinging a lot of bad pitches and struggling. And, you know, we talked about the tremendous need for him to, you know, to play well, to hit well, to be a key component on this offense. And that was a nice run, you know, a really special run where he was really carrying us because his home runs in all 3 games, you could make a point were the difference makers for us. So we don't need Luke to hit 2 home runs every game. That's impossible. But we do need him to be a presence in the middle of that lineup and driving runs. And hopefully that will continue as he's capable, and we need him to do that.